And joining me now is Democratic Congressman from Illinois, Raja Krishnamoorthi. He is a member of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman, thank you for joining us. So let me start with this. The justification of this that we're hearing that's being said here is the in-person briefings have led to leaks. Is that a legitimate concern?
We're all concerned about leaks. We don't want any leaks to happen. We need to hold people accountable if they leak. But this has been a standard White House response whenever career public servants of the intelligence community are allowed to tell the truth about what's actually going on with regard to foreign security threats. In this particular case, I'm not looking at a leak. I'm looking at a press release from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence from early August, which says that only Russia right now is interfering in our elections and doing so persistently and doing so in a way that is different than what happened in 2016 and potentially much more extensive than before.
Has the DNI or anyone in his office communicated to your committee any specific leaks that they say concern them and lead to this decision?
No. And in fact, I wish that the Trump administration would send officials to our committee and talk to us about these potential leaks before going to Fox News. Instead of going to Fox News, it would be more productive if they actually discussed the matters with us. And I think that goes to the politicization of the particular issue at hand. We know that these career public servants have detailed information about the ongoing threat right now that Russia poses to the 2020 elections. And this information is vital for the American people to know, Steve. It's not information that belongs to Donald Trump. It's information that's collected by the intelligence community that the American people paid for and deserve to know right now.
So you've got John Ratcliffe, the Director of National Intelligence now, your former colleague, saying, we will do what is required by law. So he's saying you can do what's required by law without having these in-person briefings. A, do you agree with that? Can they meet the letter of the law by doing it this way? And B, do you have a sense what that will look like?
I think that written briefings are a start, but those in-person briefings, Steve, are crucial because what you see in those written briefings are kind of legally wordsmith descriptions of what's going on, and we don't have a chance to question the assumptions underlying the written materials, and we don't get a sense of the urgency or tenor with which those warnings are being delivered by Intelligence Committee officials. Most importantly, we don't have a chance to ask those career public servants, what additional resources do you need to combat the threat from Russia and other foreign actors that seek to interfere in our current elections?
I think what I'm getting at there is you're making a case for why the in-person briefings are preferable from your standpoint, superior from your standpoint to anything written. Are there legal issues there that might give you grounds to seek a subpoena to try to compel in-person testimony? Is that something that's on your radar? Is that something that might happen here?
Possibly, yes. Obviously, we need to see what the written briefings look like, but up till now, they usually don't possess the level of information that you need to really be fully briefed. I just want to add one other thing, which is disturbing, which is that we know that Donald Trump doesn't want these career public servants to tell us what's going on with the Russian threat. What's more disturbing would be if the Trump administration did things to prevent these intelligence community officials from dealing with those threats or trying to stop them from dealing with them. And that would be among the questions that I would want to ask, which would not be addressed in these written materials that would be produced to us.
Very quickly, we also just heard the House Oversight Committee, which you're on, says they have subpoenaed the Postmaster General. What are you missing from him? What are you trying to get there?
Well, what we found out last week in questioning Mr. DeJoy is that it turns out he didn't produce all the materials in his possession with regard to the impact of operational changes on service delivery standards. And we only received some vital information before the hearing from whistleblowers. And so that's why we presented the subpoena, to make sure that we got all the materials that we need to assess what did the USPS know about the impact of their operational changes before they actually put them in place. That goes to their motivations. It also goes to how do we reverse the damage that's been done by these operational changes for the American people.
All right, Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you for joining us. Appreciate that.
Thank you so